Jewish Zionist bankers profiteering from war, and it being etched out from the history books. So the date the Civil War began, a date with 95 numerology, connecting to the end of the Civil War. Again, the 102nd day of the year, connecting to the United States of America, a date with 32 numerology, connecting to the word America. Also 77, the war starting nearly 77 years later. The first death in the Civil War would happen on April 19th. April 19th, just like the date the Revolutionary War began. The first shots were fired in Charleston on April 12th. The first death was April 19th in Baltimore, which has gematria of 95. If you can recall that recent Freddie Gray story out of Baltimore, he was injured April 12th, died April 19th, just like the beginning of the Civil War. The day the war ended, a date with gematria significant to killing and murder. Murder's 34 the small way, 79 the N way. Again, war's all about death. So an interesting note about George Washington, the Purple Heart is an award he came up with. Purple is the only color with 88 gematria, just like the name George Washington, just like Uncle Sam, just like Poison, just like Program. This year they gave the Purple Heart to a Jew soldier who probably, if he even really served, probably shot his comrades in the back. He got that award, Florent Groberg, just before the terrorist attack in France, and he was French-born Florent Groberg, but gets a Purple Heart in the United States. He got the award from Obama just days before the France terror hoax. My guess is the majority of people who have gotten Purple Hearts in this nation's history have not been good people. You know, that's what the tyrants have us do. Celebrate madmen. Celebrate horrible people. You know who else has 88 gematria? Trump. Donald Trump. Someone who I've never seen get more attention on TV. Has anyone noticed that he's been on TV about 10 times as much as the actual president, going back to May of 2015? The first opinion I heard on TV about what should happen after Scalia came from Donald Trump. I mean, what's going on, sheeple? Wake up. Hart also has that gematria of 52. Remember, Washington died on a date with 52 numerology. Maybe he died with a dagger to the heart, you know, things we don't know about. Purple Heart also has the gematria of 59, connecting to when George Washington took office. Talked about that earlier in the video, third Monday. All that. So check this out. Let's transition to the signing of the Declaration of Independence at the Constitutional Convention on September 17th, 1787, where 12 of the 13 colonies were representing, without the 13th, Rhode Island. Rhode Island in Jewish gematria, by the way, equals 311. U.S.A. breaks down to 311 as well. Think about how the 13th colony projected United States of America. And also, with regards to 13 colonies, the number 41 is the 13th prime number, and U.S.A. has a gematria of 41. So anyhow, the date of this signing, September 17th, 87, a date with 113 numerology, like Scottish, as in Scottish Rite Freemasonry. A date with 130 numerology. Remember, Washington equals 130 the big way. A date with 49 numerology. Washington equals 49 the small way. And a date with 40 numerology. United States equals 40. So, numbers fitting for the nation and fitting for George Washington, who was the first of 39 signers. And again, George equals 39. The youngest was 26 years old on 9/17, a date with a 26 numerology connection. Again, at 26, a very special number to the Freemasons, a very special number in Gematria, the God number. Our alphabet is 26 letters. The word God equals 26, as it does in the Hebrew alphabet, an alphabet much older than ours. This nation is a Jewish Masonic creation. And no, I'm not speaking out against all Jews, but I'm speaking out against all the Jews who do not acknowledge truth, who support this, and who are responsible for it. I'm also speaking out against all the people of all other religions, races, what have you, that do not stand against this and that support it. By default, they become part of this Zionist Masonic agenda. Anyhow, notice it was a constitutional convention, a CC, C's the third letter, a CC, a 33. Constitutional convention equals 107 and 116. The word country equals 116. Convention's a word with 50 gematria, just like America equals 50 the big way. Think about how there's 50 states. Constitutional, a word with 57 gematria, like George. Also 66, a very important number to the beginning of this nation. Constitutional Convention in simple English gematria sums to 323. Here's what's interesting. There were 39 signers at the convention of 55 people who showed up. There were 55 representatives, 39 signed. And with regards to 55, the word Satan equals 55. Look at all these numbers, or these words in gematria. Lucifer equals 323, just like Constitutional Convention. Lucifer in simple English gematria equals 74, just like Masonic, where we began. Holiday equals 74. Satan in Jewish gematria equals 232. Interestingly enough, Oregon is the only state with a gematria of 74. Oregon's the 33rd state, and Oregon in Jewish gematria also equals 232. Masonic in Jewish gematria is 223. Notice how all these numbers are re-scramblings of the same number. The synagogue of Satan, who are said to be the false Jews who will rule in the end times, from the Bible, from Revelation. The synagogue of Satan has the gematria of 223. The Masonic order is a Jewish order. A lot of people say Masonry is proxy Judaism, and that is a correct assessment. The Bible's publishing date is also March 22nd in history. The most recognized original publishing date, March 22nd, written 22/3 or 322. Let me know if you think it's a coincidence. So, here's a memorial you might not be aware of. This is built in honor of George Washington in Alexandria, Virginia. It's the George Washington Masonic National Memorial. 333 feet tall. Remember, 33, the number of Freemason obsession. You could say the number 3 alone is too. Construction began on this in the year 22. In numerology, 22 is the master builder number. The word master, the small way, equals 22. The numbers important in numerology are the multiples of 11. 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, so on. Think about how 74 has a numerology of 11. 7 plus 4, 11. With regards to Alexandria and Virginia, they both have gematria of 89. George Washington became president in 1789, emphasis on 89. George Washington equals 187, like the homicide code. Alexandria, Virginia, 178. Alexandria, the small way, equals 44. 44 is associated with death. The first assassination attempt on a president was the 7th president, Andrew Jackson, in Alexandria, Virginia. The first president to die in office was William Henry Harrison, the 9th president. He died on 4/4, April 4th. The last president to die in office was JFK, the 44th term president. The first to be assassinated was Abraham Lincoln. Abraham equals 44. Honest Abe equals 44. Something tells me he wasn't too honest. And never forget that he was killed by an actor in a theater, meaning he might not really have died at all. I have very long posts on the death of Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., William Henry Harrison, John F. Kennedy, Abraham Lincoln, and more, and I show how the number 44 is coded into all of their deaths. In the Catholic Church, there was a 33-day pope who died on a date with 44 numerology. No coincidence. JFK, the only Catholic president. The word Catholic equals 35. He was the 35th president, the only Catholic president, also the 44th term president. The date that this memorial was finished, a date with 32 numerology, again connecting to America. 68 numerology. Washington's, the plural has gematria of 68. It's kind of cheating, but it is a memorial for him. It's Washington's memorial. It was also a date with 49 numerology. Again, the name Washington equals 49 the small way. And we're talking about this 333-foot tall building with the big Freemason G and compass and square in front of it.